We got cars going.
Brian, do not move. Do not move, Brian. Taser. Brian! Okay, go, 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 go!
It began with a single sound. Not a scream, not a siren, but the unmistakable crack of gunfire echoing through the quiet halls of the Bristol Police Department. It was late, just past 11:30 p.m. on a crisp October night in 2023. Officers were wrapping up reports. Dispatchers chatting quietly over radios, when suddenly the air split with a gunshot. Then another, and then another. Behind the bulletproof glass of the station lobby stood a woman, calm, almost eerily so. A pistol in her hand. Her name was Suzanne Laprise, 51 years old. A mother, a caregiver, a woman described by neighbors as gentle, nurturing, a former state worker. But that night, something had broken inside her, and she wasn't there to hurt anyone else. She had come for herself. This was a suicide attempt. A dramatic, desperate, tragic plea to die. Earlier that night, Suzanne walked into a local bar, ordered a drink, sat quietly, her eyes heavy, her voice low. Witnesses would later recall a chilling statement. "I'm going to the police station," she said. "I want them to kill me." She wasn't bluffing. She left the bar and drove straight to the Bristol Police Department, parking her car across the street on a raised median. In her hand, she carried a 9mm pistol taken without permission from her boyfriend, a retired NYPD officer. The weapon was loaded with an illegal high-capacity magazine. Security footage shows her enter the station's front lobby. There's no panic, no screams, just silence. She pulls the pistol from her jacket and fires it right at the window, separating her from the officers inside. Bang, bang, bang. The bullets slam into the fortified glass but don't penetrate. Officers scramble behind cover. Another shot, this one aimed at the inner security door. Police yell through intercoms telling her to drop the weapon, but Suzanne doesn't speak. She paces slowly, smokes a cigarette, and sits calmly in a chair. At one point, she raises the gun to her own head, holds it there, then lowers it. She's trapped between wanting to end her life and not knowing how. Seconds later, she fires again. Inside, officers Timothy Hall and Spencer Boisert respond. Carefully, deliberately, 2 shots fired, straight into the glass. Suzanne isn't hit. She stands, raises the gun again, points it at herself, and away. The tension is unbearable. The officers decide to act. With calculated precision, they open the door and deploy a taser. Suzanne screams, collapses, and is swiftly disarmed. She's handcuffed, alive. It was all over in less than a minute. Suzanne was taken to a hospital for mental health evaluation, then arrested. No one was hurt, not a single bullet left the lobby. But the charges were severe: attempted murder, reckless endangerment, legal possession of a high-capacity magazine, and more. In court, her attorney painted a portrait of a woman who had simply lost control. She wasn't trying to kill anyone, she was trying to be killed. A clear case of suicide by cop, a mental health crisis, made visible only when it turned violent. The judge didn't sugarcoat it. "You are alive today," he said, "only because of the restraint of those officers. Had they fired to kill, it would have been justified. And yet, they didn't." Their decision to use a taser, not a bullet, meant the difference between life and death for a woman who didn't want to live. Bristol had already been shaken by tragedy the year before. In October 2022, 2 of its officers were killed in an ambush during a domestic disturbance call. Their loss cut deep into the heart of the department and the community. So, when Suzanne walked into that station with a gun, it could have ended in bloodshed, but it didn't. Instead, it became something rarer, a case where compassion, training, and restraint stopped a bullet, gave someone a second chance. Suzanne's case is far from isolated. Across the United States, hundreds of suicide by cop incidents occur every year. They're often misunderstood, often preventable, but always tragic. Behind each one is a person, sometimes young, sometimes older, trapped in despair, holding a weapon not out of malice, but out of desperation. In many cases, all they want is for someone else to pull the trigger. But the deeper question lingers. Why are so many people reaching that point in the first place? Mental health resources remain underfunded. Crisis response teams are overwhelmed. Too often, cries for help only echo when it's too late. Suzanne Laprise will spend her 50s and early 60s behind bars. She won't be there because she was evil, or hateful, or dangerous to others. She'll be there because one night she gave up on herself, and because society didn't catch her before she fell. There is a final, chilling image, the security footage, frozen in time, showing Suzanne sitting alone in that chair. Gun in hand, smoke rising, no words spoken, just silence, and a loaded question. What could have stopped her before it came to this?
We got cars going.
Brian, do not move. Do not move, Brian. Are these windows bulletproof?
Shots fired.
Are these windows bulletproof?
We got 2 cars going on to the front of the...
We got that. That's her right here, right? Laptop, yep.
Get down! Get down on the ground!
Fire. Can you see her, Spence? Nope, she just went back.
She's by the bathroom. Get down on the ground!
Okay, she just went to the
I
right.
have the gun in her hand right now.
Taser.
Brian. Okay, go, 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 go.
Yeah, everyone good?
Yep. Good.
Bristol, get a 17.
Yes,